The essence of balance is detachment. To embrace a cause, to grow fond or spiteful, is to lose one's balance. After which, no action can be trusted. And more obscure statements. Yep, that's right, we're taking a look at the original Thief. My name is Chris Bratt, and I invite you to join me in a journey back to 1998 to tackle the first mission of Thief the Dark Project. Well, actually, this is Thief Gold, the re-release of Thief the Dark Project, and we are using a nicer texture pack and a handful of mods to make things look prettier, but this is still very much the first Thief game and the start of a very well-loved franchise that's set to make its return at some point next year. So our objective is a simple one. We're going to break into the mansion of Lord Bafford, who probably deserves it, and steal some of his valuable possessions, namely a jeweled scepter, which I imagine we intend to sell, whatever one does with a jeweled scepter. Now, we've been warned to avoid the front entrance as it's heavily guarded, and instead we're heading round the back where there is just a single guard in front of a well, and that's apparently a secondary entrance. There is one more patrolling guard that we've just passed. We might need to worry about him. Hopefully not. This is the real guy. A drunkard waving his sword around and mid-song by the sounds of it. So, as our narrators just said, we need to try and get the jump on him. So we're going to head down through this manhole here, if we can close it without it landing on our head. It's a challenge. And we're going to head underneath the guard and try and sneak up behind him. Now, you can choose to either incapacitate an enemy or kill them. As with most stealth games, it's usually a bit more of a challenge to try and go about things without killing anyone at all, and, you know, trying to get in and out without anyone knowing that you were there in the first place. We'll see how that goes, but that's the objective for now. Okay, so we've managed to sneak up behind the guard. Unfortunately, the patrolling friend of his had just come up to him, but looks like he's heading back on his route, so we'll get out our blackjack, which is a club, and hit the guy in the back of the head. Very realistic physics back in 1998. We can pick up his body, and unfortunately we can't open the door at the same time, but we're going to use his key to unlock the door to the well, and then we'll just hide his body in there. We could have actually taken the key from the guard without knocking him out, but that was less fun. The guy was singing really badly. He deserved it. Okay, so, into the well. It's a very brave jump to take, and this should hopefully give us some kind of entrance into the mansion. And a little cut forward there, and it appears that our friend Lord Bafford has a hole in his basement, which, you know, it really should get seen to. Anyone could just walk in. And this is where the challenge really starts, because unlike our drunkard guard that we encountered in front of the well, the guys inside here have set patrols and are a little more aggressive when it comes to intruders. So we've started off using some water arrows to get rid of the torches in this room. Hiding in the darkness is a big part of Thief. You can see that at the bottom of the screen we actually have a meter that shows how visible we are at the moment. So we want to be in the dark whenever possible. Okay, we'll start off by quickly hitting this guy over the head. Realistic once again, which makes this a little bit easier. If you let them wander off too far, it can sometimes be tricky to navigate your way around them. And we'll do the same for this chap over here. Oh, mid-whistle. Sorry about that, friend. Yeah, as I said, making sure that you stay out of the light when around guard patrols is absolutely vital. So using things like water arrows is a good idea. They are a limited supply, and you can only buy a set amount of them at the beginning of the level. But as we're only going to play through the first mission, we can afford to be fairly liberal with our water arrowing. Now we're very carefully going to sneak through the bottom floor. Take a look in this chest over here, where we'll find that Lord Bafford has rather surprisingly left some flash bombs for possible intruders. but, don't ask too many questions about that. And it's time to head upstairs and see what we can steal. Now, we're very carefully going to make our way upstairs, and we don't really have a lot of information as to what to expect up here, other than Lord Bafford is off on his holidays somewhere, but there's still plenty of guards to worry about. Now, this is the type of game in which getting spotted and getting into combat with a guard can very easily mean your death. I'm only playing on normal at the moment, but having more than one guard is a terrible situation. It's a proper stealth game. You're meant to sneak around without being seen and occasionally whack people over the head to stop them from hitting you first. So that's going to be the idea. Now, I'm not sure which room the scepter is going to be in, so we're going to have a little bit of a wander around. Did you hear that? I heard something then. Yep, that would be another drunk guard. These guys have just fallen to pieces now that Lord Bafford's away. Look how many bottles of wine this chap has been drinking. And he just killed the frame rate. So we're going to put him over here and hope that nobody finds his unconscious body. Cool. That wasn't actually a very good placement. We'll just leave him there. That's fine. Okay. Another thing you need to think about whilst playing Thief is the surface that you're walking on. At the moment, we're walking on a nice plush carpet, and so we're not making a lot of noise. However, this stone surface is much louder. Even though we're crouching and moving quite slowly, walking on loud surfaces, very, very easy way to get yourself caught. So you need to think about that and try and stay on the nice plush carpet. Okay, we're just going to have a wander around.
Since I'm in here, I might as well pick up something for myself.
Steal a few things, pick up a few things for ourselves. I mean, being a thief it's a tough way to earn a living. You need to make sure that once you're in a mansion, you make the most of it. Another guard is approaching. Have we got time to douse this? Yes, but that was a little bit messy. Whack him over the head. Oh, goodness gracious. That hasn't worked very well, has it? Okay, so, oh god. The whole, the not killing anyone thing has kind of fallen apart there, hasn't it? I think I was just standing in a very bad position when he walked around the corner, and he spotted me rather easily. Okay, look, our health almost one more hit there and we could have died, so we're going to drink a health potion and just chill out just for a little while, think about why that was such a bad idea, and then continue on our way. Not entirely happy with how much health we just lost there, so we'll be needing to keep an eye out for health potions, food, that sort of thing. But another thing to be paying attention to is these notes and scrolls that you'll occasionally come across. They give hints towards secondary objectives like extra treasure. Now, this first page is talking about an ornamental scepter, something that we already know about. It's the reason we're here in the first place. However, the second part talks about a treasure box with a false bottom. It says at the bottom of this letter, beneath the compartments is a lockable 2-inch false bottom for your most valuable treasures. That sounds like something a thief would like to know about. So we'll be keeping an eye out for treasure boxes and the like throughout our stay in Lord Bafford's mansion. Okay, and back to sneaky through the mansion. So, you want to just pretty much check every single bedroom because they're almost always full of little treasures to pick up, and you'll need those coins for the next mission to buy more consumables, that kind of thing. So we'll pick up a nice tiara, a few stacks of coins, and apparently this vase isn't worth anything, so we're just going to leave it right there. There are items like vases which you can pick up and throw to distract guards just by making enough noise. And talking of guards, we've got one coming straight here, and he's just seen us. Although he's very easily fooled. And whack him on the head. Oh, he's got a key as well. That will no doubt come in useful at some point. So we'll put him back in this bedroom. In this first mission, you don't really have to worry about patrols finding unconscious bodies too much, but it's still a good idea to play it safe anyway. And we're going to leave him on this bed here, make it look like he's having a nice, relaxing sleep, and we'll continue on our merry way. Now, as with most games that let you carry around unconscious bodies, you don't get bonus points for leaving them in appropriate places, but it's just really, really funny. And, oh, our lovely HD texture pack really doesn't like this room, so we're going to just skip forwards ever so slightly. Must close door. Stop. Horrible frame rates. Yeah. Has that fixed it? I think it's fixed it. Jesus. The HD texture pack is fantastic, but it does have a few issues with Thief Gold at the moment. They are being worked on. There is quite an active modding community for the early Thief games, so check that out if you do intend to go back and play through some of the older games before next year. But you will occasionally walk into a room and your computer will just cry a little bit. Anyway, much more importantly than that, we found some food to replenish your health. It doesn't replenish it immediately, but takes a little while, so you can't stockpile food and potions and expect to survive any kind of real combat. You just really don't want to get into combat in the first place. That room there is far too light. We're going to take out some of these torches with our water arrows. Splosh. Splosh, and I'm feeling much more comfortable with that. We'll take a look in this room. Is there any treasure to be found? No, yes. There's a cup on a bench. So, thank you for that. And these guards are very, very loud. There's one. Let's get the blackjack. Let's hit him over his head.
Don't see anything
And
now.
he's not going to be seeing anything for quite a while indeed. So we'll just pop your body in the corner and hope no one finds you. Continuing to look for little bits of treasure here and there to make sure we don't run out of money. There are some lovely paintings in this room, but paintings fairly cumbersome to try and sneak out of a mansion from past experience. So we'll just leave them hanging there for the time being and go searching for smaller and more valuable items. Now, at this stage, I will admit I got a little bit lost. One of the cool features of Thief, actually, is that when you bring up your map, it's a hand-drawn map that you'll either have purchased off someone else or scribbled down yourself. And so the information is very, very light. And, well, it should be, really. The idea of having some kind of interactive map kind of takes away from the whole idea of Thief. It's about sneaking around and trying to figure out your surroundings and how best to use them. So, yes, this is me getting just a little bit lost. Speaking of amateur mistakes, here's another one. Listen, I haven't played this game in a long, long time. Give me a break. Okay, so we take out this archer here. Sounds like a splendid idea. Unfortunately, his friend wants me to stand forth and declare myself, something I'm not really all that keen to do. However, there is an archer heading in this direction now, and I still don't have loads of health. Let's see if I can knock him out on the way in. As you'll find out, now that I've kind of aggravated him and he's in combat, it's much more difficult to knock an opponent out. And so I thought that I'd done this pretty well. Hidden behind the bookshelf here. Hit him on the head. And he mocks me very clearly. And suddenly I'm in a little bit of a pinch. And if I die here, I've got to start the mission from the very beginning, so very much against that idea. Tried to throw a flash bomb. Did actually hit myself there just a little bit. But in the end, we managed to recover from our mistake. And flash bomb. I am really quite bad at video games. Sorry about that. Okay, we've pretty much cleared this floor now, so it's just a matter of finding wherever this jeweled scepter is found. And, oh no, bad room. Oh, are we okay? I think we might be okay. That could have killed the frame rate, and suddenly the frame rate's gone again. Got a feeling it might have had something to do with opening that terrible door of frame rate eating badness. So, let's shuffle on over there and close. Oh, God. Why is that room so evil? Okay, we're okay now. Now, this is a room that I had to open with the key that I got from the guard. So, I've got a good feeling about this one. We'll have a quick nosy round in here. Oh, this isn't a great position. We need to really get rid of the light here, otherwise it's going to be difficult to sneak up on him. There's one. There's two. And somewhere over there is free. Brilliant. God's got his back to us. It's nice and dark.
Who's creeping around
We
there?
can hit him over the head. That should do the trick. Another key I grabbed as he was falling down, which is just rather impressive. I'm just going to bang this gong, which is a terrible idea. Why on earth did I do that? And this is Lord Bafford's throne room with the jeweled scepter that we so desire. I do have a look round to see if that chest mentioned before is anywhere to be seen, but
Here we go.
I'll leave that to more experienced players. Mission complete. That's an extended play of the original Thief. I hope you enjoyed it. I certainly did. And head to the comments to tell me why I'm really bad at video games. See you next time.